may not get Subriel Matias, may not get Ryan Garcia or any other big fight. Eddie Hearn says that he may just defend his title versus mandatory Sandor Martin, which ain't no way they can put that on pay-per-view, or move up to welterweight for a bigger fight. So you got to ask yourself, hold on, and you just got to think about, like, what are the big fights at welterweight for Devin Haney? You know, that's the $1 million question. What are the big fights at welterweight for Devin Haney? So I'm not sure who available. I mean, you know, Jerron Ennis, he has not signed with anybody just of yet. Most people think he's gonna sign the PBC because Matchroom already talked about that. Can't really deliver the fights they want, which that's the title fights. I mean, I don't know who else at welterweight he want to fight. I mean, Terrence Crawford obligated to fight Errol Spence, so you know, don't know. Keith Thurman, I already heard he fighting Stayonis. I heard a PBC Amazon announcement could be coming pretty soon. Don't know when it's soon or the exact date. Heard the announcement could be coming. So we'll have to wait and see. But you know, but yeah, man. As far as, you know, and Subriel Matias called them all out at 140 as well too. I'm gonna speak on that. But as far as Sandor Martin, that's the mandatory. I guess they was planning on paying him to step aside. Because they was acting like he wasn't there, but he was the mandatory. I mean, if you plan on, I don't know how active Devin Haney aspirations are, or his aspirations to be how active he want to be. But yeah, if he want to be active, fight Sandor Martin and turn around and do something else. Now, him and Sandor Martin is not going to be one of the most exciting fights. Sandor ain't, you know, a boring fighter, but he ain't bringing power, or the styles can match up to be pretty mundane in my opinion. But a lot of people felt like he beat Teofimo Lopez, he beat Mikey Garcia, so he's more than a formidable foe, and blowing out Sandor Martin would prove something to the hardcore boxing fans that we really ain't seen nobody dispatch, you know, Sandor Martin. He been in there with T.O., he been in there with, and he dropped T.O. in a lot of people's opinion. He been there with Mikey Garcia, so we know he can take a punch, and we know he can box. So from an intriguing standpoint, you know, Devin being in there with another boxer, you know, I think, you know, he can outbox him and outmaneuver him for 12 rounds, or potentially stop him. Not sure he could. You know, that'd be sending a statement, not probably to the casual fans, they don't know who Sandor Martin is, but to, you know, the hardcore fans, you know, because we ain't seen nobody on this level, television American level, whoop him. He had one loss before then, but I don't even remember what that loss looked like. Or I never knew. So, but other big fights, I mean, Conor Benn would have to come to mind. If y'all consider that a big fight, I don't know how much of a bigger fight they consider Conor Benn. You know, could he go up there and get Sandor Martin? You know, Jerron Ennis, I doubt it. Keith Thurman, stay on this, so he already doing that to try to get the Reggie belt. Barrios could be fighting Jerron Ennis. So, you know, Earl and Terrence tied up, whatever they gonna do. So, really, they gonna be fighting Sandor Martin, and that's just what it is. Now, Subriel Matias, he's starting to open his mouth. Got Tim Hortons over there, you know that. He's starting, oh, damn. I done went the wrong way to work. Jesus Christ, should have took the other way. I ain't seen traffic like this in a minute, bro. It's early. That's why I be having to remind myself to use Google Maps, because it'll give you the best way to get to, it'll give you the less traffic way. But I got out early, so I really ain't tripping. But yeah, man, Subriel Matias in the mix, and he's gonna be a hard out for him. His English starting to get cleaned up a little bit, and nobody want to get in there with somebody that get hit and keep coming. I mean, your conditioning really gotta be up to par. Yeah, your conditioning really gotta be up to par. and you gonna have to control distance. You know, you gotta keep some pop to keep him off of him. I think you got to have a sustained body attack, or you're gonna have to be able to hurt him, or a combination of both. That's just my opinion. That ain't gonna be no easy out. And Devin is strong, and you know, even stronger at 140. But then again, what business sense do it make? Is that fight commercially as big as Sandor Martin? Yeah, but it's not. That's to the hardcore fans. To the hardcore fans, it's all the same. Subriel Matias need a breakthrough fight. You know, he very may well be the #1 guy in the division and can't nobody whoop him, but he need a breakthrough fight. And I'm not sure who that breakthrough fight will be for him. Because obviously, if Devin Haney give him the opportunity, cool, you know. But not sure. You know, Ryan probably won't fight him. You know, Regis need to get another belt, so maybe Regis get a tune-up or two and give him the fight. But, you know, that'll be a huge fight for Devin Haney. Get 2 belts. If he can beat Subriel Matias, you have to outbox him and, you know, keep him at range. I think some body work there and there, but the real fight don't start until the latter half of the fight with Matias. In the middle or the latter half of the fight. At the end of the day, if you can't keep him off of you, then we're gonna see what Devin really made of. So that's one of them high risk, low reward fights. And Subriel Matias got to make himself into a high reward fight. And he got to get those names, you know, and nobody willingly gonna give him an opportunity. And that's unfortunate. He got to kick the door in and make his own way through, but ain't nobody signing up to fight that. Ain't nobody signing up to fight that. Trust and believe me. Ain't nobody signing up to fight that. So, but you can call them all out. Now they can start saying you on the wrong side of the street, blase this, blase that. They can use that against him, but I mean, really, who knows his situation? We just know he's fighting under the PBC banner. He might be one of the best PBC fighters, but they ain't promoting him as so. So that's something to look at. But you know, if Devin take that fight, it'll be solely to get that second belt. And trust me, that ain't gonna be no easy fight. Most people gonna favor Subriel Matias. You're gonna have to box his ass off. You know, and a guy like him, you can't hurt him on the chin. You gonna have to, you got to bang that drum, bang that body, and take the air out the tires. This is exactly how you're gonna have to attack him. For real. Exactly how you're gonna have to attack him. So, but you know, nonetheless, I just see Subriel Matias just having to stay active, and that's the hardest thing to do. Is stay active. It's the hardest thing to do because there ain't that many fight days in boxing. But he got to get some names in there to attract the bigger names. You know, you don't really hear none of these dudes really saying about they want undisputed at 40. All him, T.O. and Devin saying is they want big fights now. You know, I already been undisputed. I want big fight, even though T.O. ain't been undisputed. No matter how much you want to trick the fans off thinking he undisputed, he ain't. You know, so that's something he still ain't accomplished. That's something he still ain't accomplished. So, but Matias wanted to make his own name, make his own way. And he called out Rolly and all that, and you know, he doing what he needs to do to learn English and to call these guys out. But the promoter got to put him in that spot. Big names, man. You know, with his talent, he should be about being the main event. You know, so that's the crazy thing about it. Let this dude get in front of me now. He driving like Miss Daisy. But yeah. I would like to see Matias and Devin Haney squabble for sure. You know, get that belt, but not Devin, screaming, I want big fights. So if you can't get big fights, I guess you fight the mandatory. Which is still a good fight, but You want to jump up to welterweight and test this mic? Go ahead. It's just that when you start tasting the money that he didn't taste on pay-per-view, you don't want to go back to making regular fights or regular fight money. So then you're willing to push the envelope. And I say this all the time. That's why you see Caleb Plant got back in the ring with David Benavidez. He tasted that Canelo money. He didn't want to go too far down from that Canelo money. So yeah, nobody want to be losing money. They want to make as much money as possible. You know? But yeah, man, that's pretty much all I got, man. Thumbs up the video, share the video, subscribe to the channel. The subscribe button, it's the bell icon button. Hit all notifications, increase your chance, get notifications. We go live or drop a video. Financially, you want to support the channel, Cash App, $CJGood313, Venmo, CJGood313, PayPal link in the description. Hit the link tree, find me on Twitter, Instagram, Spotify, Anchor, Cash App, Venmo, PayPal, Apple Podcasts, Google Podcasts, the whole nine. Appreciate the love, support. Let me know what you girls and guys think in the comment section. Peace.